Hey traders, well, I just started the recording and what do we got? Oh no, what do we have here? Markets are surging, VIX is going down. Inflation rate month over month for October, 0.4. Consensus was 0.6. I'll be damned. Year over year has gone down. October CPI 298 versus 296. Year over year, 7.7. Markets are rallying. Markets are surging. Will you look at that? Here it is real time right now. Markets are going straight up. Well, well, well. Here's the 1 minute chart, 5 minute, 30 minute. The blue line here, I have VIX superimposed. Let's see what happens though. Let us see. Go ahead and pull this back up. There we go. Actual 6.3, forecast 6.7. Year over year has gone down to 6.3. Month over month 0.4, previous 0.4, so that stayed the same. Core inflation rate 0.3, previous 0.6. Oh, core. Wow. Oh boy, guys, get ready for a market rally. It's coming. So I'm putting the dots, connecting the dots. Here, let me look at another chart. Yeah, in yesterday's video, yes, in yesterday's video, I stated that the only positive thing I can see, this is NASDAQ futures. The only positive thing I can see was on the 4-hour chart. The MACD at close was still close to 0. Now let me zoom out. Still close to 0 right there. And I commented that we need to wait and see. Let me get this. Here we go. So you can still see the real-time screen. I commented that we need to wait and see how the futures overnight and in the morning, how it plays out. Does it try to flatten out? which is what it's doing. Oops. That's what it's trying to do is flatten. This is the 4-hour chart. The MACD tried to flatten out. Let's go to the 1-hour chart. And that's what it did. Well, it's trying to do. Yeah, see? This is yesterday. Oops, sorry. Yesterday at close. The MACD is trying to go up. This is a higher low. It's trying to go up. Where I'm going is I'm wondering if the market was trying to position itself ahead of time, if the market's already knew. See, if the market's already knew. And I'll show you an example of it already knowing what the answer is. So let's, oh no, that's going back too far. Okay. Yeah, here we go. This is the low on the year. Right here. October 13th. Let me zoom in a little bit. This is the low on the year on October 13th. It had been coming down, and interesting. It came up and made a higher low close to the 0 line. Even when CPI came out on this day, here, let me pull this up so you can see. Come on, go up. There you go. There you go. See that long wick? That's when CPI came out. And markets, the Dow plunged 500 points in pre-market. But this is a 4-hour chart, so it won't show the pre-markets. But it makes a higher low ready to rally because it rallied after that. Let me show you. See, it rallied after that. And then, see, here's where we are today. This compared to this. This is even closer to 0. There's the 1 hour. Let me zoom out a little bit. Oops. Same deal. Okay. I don't know if you guys remember this. This was 1021. 1021. That was on that Friday. That was on that Friday. Yeah, Friday. When the Wall Street Journal article leaked. Remember that? Oops, let me get rid of that. The Wall Street Journal article leaked right there on this day. It was in the morning, 8:30-ish. This is the 1 hour chart. Now, see how close to 0 that is. And it's flattening out higher low than this one. Okay? I contend that when that Wall Street Journal article leaked at like 8:30 in the morning, that was pretty much an opening bell. That's when it just surged up. But I contend that the markets already knew it was coming ahead of time. Higher low, close to 0, and it's flattened out. Okay? This is today. So, higher low, and not only flattened out. Well, right now it's going up. Well, it actually has been going up all morning. I looked this morning. That's what I mean. Where I'm going is, I'm wondering if the markets already knew what the answer was going to be. See, the MACD is making a higher low. And actually, technically, this is a higher low than that. This is overnight. Don't do that. Right there, that's overnight. This was close yesterday, as of close. So now the question becomes, let's see. Let's see if I can pull over. I'm going to change this to UVXY. The proxy for VIX. That's a little bit too scrunched. Yeah, understandably, that's VIX. Let me, hold on, I'm going to modify, oops. Change something up here. $65-minute. So I'm looking at here when I change it to the 30-minute. Let me modify that too. Just changing the way the MACD looks. Line style. And where are we at now with futures? $636. Wow! What a surge! Wow, wow, wow. So the Cleveland Fed was way off too. Makes me wonder. So the Cleveland Fed was way off its number. And there are reports associated with the Fed. This makes me wonder. Well, guess I could never prove it if this is manipulated. But nonetheless, here we are, whether it's manipulated or not. Is this the seasonal rally? Apparently so. Wow. Okay. Look at that. That's VIX, UVXY. Well, that's it. That's the blue line here too. TQQQ. Interesting. We haven't seen this all year. So now the question becomes, is this going to be, well, now we got to wait for the next month CPI. Wow. So VIX, I'm just sitting here waiting. So that's up. Five-minute chart. Change that also. It's not even trying to respond right now. Let me switch on over to actual VIX so I can see what level. 2392. 2392. Oh yeah. Five-minute, 30-minute. Wow, look at that. That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, guys. Whew. I'm not seeing VIX even respond right now, meaning RSI is just flat down. It's not even trying to respond. Boy. What do we have here? 825, 840. Okay, so massive gap down. Okay, massive gap down right now. Now the question becomes, will VIX today try to come back up and fill that gap? That is the question. That is the question. Here, yeah, see, massive. I know it's probably tough to see. Here, massive gap down. 2390. That's an open question, guys. Will VIX try to bottom out? Looks like it's trying to right now. It's tough to see. Hold on. This is the 1-minute chart, by the way. That's probably the most correct. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Right. 2390. See that? Will it try to come back up today and fill that gap? If it does, That means that's a huge pull. That's going to be a huge pullback in the markets. Okay, that's an open question. How far does VIX fall? That is an open question. As of right now, it looks like it's starting to bottom out. So, yeah, right now the RSI is just flatlined for VIX on the 5-minute chart. Let me go back to the 1 minute. Make sure it's up to date. 5 minute, 1 minute. Boy, yeah. See, well, VIX is at least trying to stabilize. It's at least trying to stabilize. See here. Okay, so I mean, this makes sense. As it's trying to stabilize here, the blue line right here, that is going to start back testing. This is the question. How will VIX respond? Is it still a possibility VIX could surge? Could this be one of the wildest days of 2022? I'm just asking. I'm not suggesting. See what I mean? In other words, the wildest day of 2022 is CPI is the lowest, hands down, all year. Market surges and VIX responds. See, that is an open question. Tell you what. Here, let me bring over another screen that I have. Okay, so specifically, this is VIX, 5 minute, 30 minute, 65 minutes. Specifically looking at the 65-minute right now. I'm looking at the MACD. Obviously, it's going down. Obviously, it's going down. It's right now, it's still above zero, the 65-minute. The 30-minute has crossed, understandably, down to below zero. That means more downside. I'm curious if the 65-minute stays above zero. That means VIX will have established a bottom somewhere and won't keep falling. You know, it's still above, it's still at 0.17. Let us see. That's NASDAQ. Oops. No, that's not right. Hold on. VIX can't be at 26 when I know it's at 23.83. Close. Oh, that was yesterday. I just click refresh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well. Wow. See that? Do you see that big gap? That is an open question, guys. Will it try today to fill that gap? And if it does, that's a huge surge for VIX. But if it doesn't and leaves it for another day, well, then we don't know when it's going to come back and try to fill the gap. It will eventually, right? But we don't know when. And that's the that question will be left to how long the rally will last. Very interesting. Yeah, the 65 minutes still above zero right there, right there. But you know, it is losing steam. Wow. I'll be darned. Change this view. This is VIX again. Oh, interesting. Oh no, I wanted to. Yeah, it's okay. This is a 130 minute view. Oh wow. Yeah, guys. It's that's strong. That's strong market movement. So I guess I'm just saying, let's see if VIX attempts to bottom out today. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying that the possibility exists. It could try to establish a bottom today. It could. I don't know what the probability though. And fill this gap that it left. It left a huge gap today. But if it doesn't, it'll rally on. The rally is on, guys. And who knows how long this is going to last, right? The market's been beat up all year. See, so, okay, interesting. Okay, so here's, okay, okay. See, I mean, let's keep watching this because I'm not seeing a lot of huge red bars. See, I'm seeing a bunch of little ones, but not like this one up here. Big red bar. It gapped down, and now I'm seeing a bunch of smaller bars. And I'm seeing it trying to flatten out. See, okay, I can't really draw. Well, maybe I can. Well, I could just point it out. Okay, obviously this is trending downwards. But now the MACD is trending upwards. That's divergence. What I'm going to be looking for, I don't have an example of that. Well, like, let's see. Here's an example of what I'm going to look for on the 1 minute. Just an example. Okay. See how this is the TQQQ MACD on the 100. It doesn't even matter what time frame. I'm just showing you as an example, general example. Here's the MACD coming up and then down and then makes a higher low between this point and this point. This higher low is an example of where you know the bottom to be. Okay. So that is what I'll be looking for today. I mean, 5 minute. Yeah, the 5 minute is just showing going down. You see that big old gap? Look at that. So, boy, 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 boy. We need to play this one by ear, guys. We need to see how this is going to, how VIX is going to play out. I mean, VIX, I think it's going to try to flatten out as much as possible. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, that's an open question, you guys. Is VIX today going to try to backfill this gap that it left? If it is, wow, this is going to be the wildest day in 2022. And what I'm talking about is we had the lowest CPI print of the year by a wide margin. We had the biggest response in pre-markets, like TQQQ is right now surging up. But then possibly we have to wait and see. This is an open question. Does VIX respond in kind the same day and backfill that gap and crash the markets? If it does not today, if it does not try to backfill that gap that it left this morning, then the rally's on. Like, who knows how long it's going to last. It's on. But if it does try to backfill the gap, this could be like the biggest flash crash. You see what I mean? It's there's two extreme possibilities: major rally for the rest of the month, or flash crash. And I don't want to assign a probability to it, but it's possible, right? Just like what happened on October 13th. Remember that? It was the markets were down 500. Rallied a total of, it was like a 1,500 point swing and ended up plus 800 on the day. So, wow. I'm still quite amazed at the CPI print. I'm actually still like, wow, that was not expected at all. So, yeah, let's yeah, see, they're right down real time. The MACD is coming up. VIX is kind of edging down, but that's coming up. So I expect it to come on up, and if it's trying to bottom out for today, it's going to come down a little bit more. It's going to keep inclining, but then it's going to decline, but and then incline again, but that's going to be a lower high than this. Okay, that's what I expect. So 2369. Yeah, RSI still just flat. Let's see here, 30-minute. Huge. This is a huge gap. So yeah, that's going to be my thought coming in here. All eyes on VIX. Watch VIX. Don't watch the markets. Watch VIX. What does VIX do? Look on the 1 minute, look on the 5 minute, whatever. Look at the MACD. See the MACD's coming back. See that? It's the red line separating from the green line. But having said that, but the MACD is still on the 5 minute chart way below zero now, like negative zero -0.7. That's pretty far down. So it's got a lot of ground to cover, is my point. A lot of ground to cover. So it does mean something that the MACD's coming back up and separating from the signal line. But this is the 1 minute chart, and looking at, we'll see, the 65 minute, you're still above zero. See, that's what I'm saying. If the as long as the 65 minute or 130 minute, yeah, 130 minute is still above zero. The MACD, I'm looking right here, is still above the zero line. It's at 0.07. As long as the larger time frames, where are you at? Are you below zero now? At 195 minute? I think so. I think so, buddy. Let's have a look. I think this is why I change it the way I do, so I can clearly. Oh, you are. Okay, the 195 minute is below zero, but it hasn't crossed over down past the green signal line yet. When you're when you're below zero and you cross below the green signal line, oh, you're going down. There's no that's not up for debate anymore. Boy, let's keep it an open question, guys. Wow, the 65 minute is still above zero, but that's crossed. If it's if okay, so the red line has crossed below the signal line, yes, but it's still above zero. So that tells you it has a chance of bottoming out today, though. So yeah, we are going to need to keep an eye on this. Looking back over at TQQQ. Up. Yeah. If there's any solace, I'm just looking at I'm looking down here in the RSI. Up top, that price is higher than this. Yeah, but the divergence, there's a slight divergence down here, but it's not a huge divergence, so I don't know how much stock to put into that. So there is a slight divergence, but it's very slight though. You're still way up here in the green though, so I wouldn't I wouldn't necessarily count on that. So, all right, guys, that's all I've got for today. Let's just see how VIX responds. Wow. Okay, we'll play this one by ear. Just watch VIX. Let's just see what happens. If VIX, if we get a possibility of two extremes today, okay? We'll just see. All right, we'll talk again soon. Thanks.